A life for a life the Norse way. Hey everyone! Today we're diving into the fascinating world of the Norse people, where honor and revenge were central to their way of life. Did you know that even the gods wanted payback in Norse myths? Yes, the gods themselves were not above seeking vengeance. Imagine a world where honor is everything. In the Norse culture, your reputation was your most valuable asset. A world where an insult isn't just words, it's like a big stain on who you are, and you have to do something about it right away. Insults could lead to duels, and these duels were a matter of life and death. What if someone messed with your family's honor? The Norse people took family honor very seriously. How far would you go to get justice? For the Norse, seeking justice often meant preparing for battle, and they would go to great lengths to defend their honor. In the world of Norse mythology, these weren't just questions, they were real life. The stories of their gods and heroes reflected their own values and struggles. They were a part of everything they did, shaping their laws, their gods, and their stories. The Norse way of life was deeply intertwined with their mythology, and it influenced every aspect of their society. Blood will be spilled, a tale of betrayal and revenge. Let's talk about Sigmund and Sinfjotli, a story about family pushed too far. Sinfjotli, a young warrior, is tricked into killing Sigmund's brother. This act, a crime of trickery, starts a huge fire of revenge. Sigmund, super sad and angry, promises payback. He goes into the wild, looking for friends and getting ready for the fights to come. His goal, to make the bad guys pay with their lives. An eye for an eye, a life for a life. Whispers to Odin, the rituals of vengeance. In the dead of night, under the watchful gaze of the moon, a Viking warrior would begin the sacred rituals of vengeance. These rituals were not just acts of anger, but deeply spiritual practices that connected them to their gods. Before going on a revenge mission, a Viking would do a special ritual called the Nithing Pole. This ritual was a solemn and serious affair, often performed in the presence of the entire village. The Nithing Pole was a powerful symbol, a wooden staff inscribed with runes and messages. This wasn't just for show, it was a direct message to the gods, a way to ask for their help and unleash their anger. The Viking would offer sacrifices and perform elaborate ceremonies at the altar, seeking the favor of Odin and Thor. The person who was wronged would carve insults and threats into a wooden pole, dedicating their revenge to Odin, the main god, and Thor, the god of thunder. Each rune and symbol had a specific meaning, invoking the power and wrath of the gods. This ritual did two things. It told everyone what they were going to do and gave a scary warning to their enemies. The Nithing Pole was then placed in a prominent location, visible to all, serving as a constant reminder of the impending vengeance. The entire community would be aware of the warrior's intent, and the enemies would live in fear of the retribution that was to come. The binding oaths, revenge, and honor in Norse culture. This ritualistic way of getting revenge shows us something important about Norse culture. It wasn't just a simple act of anger or a moment of rage. It was a deeply ingrained part of their societal structure, a way to maintain balance and order within the community. Revenge was a means to restore honor and ensure that justice was served. It wasn't just about one person being mad, it was a collective responsibility, a duty that everyone in the community felt. When someone was wronged, it was as if the entire community had been wronged. It was about keeping things in order. The social fabric of the Viking world was tightly woven with threads of honor and duty. Maintaining this order was crucial for the survival and prosperity of their society. Breaking a promise, betraying someone's trust, meant you would make the person you hurt angry and also get everyone else mad at you too. The repercussions of such actions were severe, often leading to feuds that could last for generations. The revenge stories in Norse mythology aren't just cool stories. They are reflections of the values and principles that guided the Norse people. These tales were passed down through generations, teaching lessons about honor, bravery, and the consequences of one's actions. They give us a look into a complicated society where honor, duty, and revenge were all connected. Every action had a consequence, and every decision was weighed against the values of the community. They remind us that even when something really bad happened, there were rules, rituals, and a strong belief in destiny. These elements help the Norse people navigate the complexities of life, ensuring that even in the face of adversity, there was a path to follow and a way to restore balance.